Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. We are back again with this absolute gem of a game that not only tugs at our heart, it makes us feel emotions of all kinds for our beautiful darling princess, but it also tickles our brains with questions of reality and existence in general. So we've achieved a few routes already, and we are going to go back in there and see what else we can uncover.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
She barely hesitates before raising her arm to her mouth, her teeth tearing through her limb with the determination of a trapped wolf. As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you, the clang of bouncing metal.
Alright, it's showtime.
It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now. Or we could use it to free her. You won't like what happens if you do that.
I'm sorry, princess, but we must press on.
Without hesitation, bring the blade down and plunge it into the princess's back. Fine.
Ugh, I feel so bad about this.
The wound drives her to the ground. Okay, there's no going back now. I'm with you to the end.
You bastard. Were you lying to me this whole time?
I didn't want to do it, I swear.
The princess pushes away from you, the motion ripping the blade from her back. Wounded, but still alive, she crouches on all fours in the corner of the room and meets your eyes with the ferocity of a cornered predator.
She is still chained, though. We might have a chance.
You've made a terrible enemy, and there's nothing in the world that can possibly save you from me.
Strangely enough, that makes my heart flutter.
I thought we had the upper hand, but it's as if she's barely even threatened by us.
Didn't she knock the blade out of her hand? That might be why.
It's an act. She's wounded and unarmed. There's nothing she can do to hurt you.
She's definitely not unarmed. We saw those teeth.
I'm not so sure. Don't waver now.
Hold fast, hero. We have a duty.
As you ready your blade to deliver a lethal blow, she lunges at your legs with the same animal ferocity she used to tear at her arm.
She's chained, though. We might have a chance.
Your knife cuts into her again and again as you're tackled to the ground, your body racked with pain as she rips into you with tooth and claw.
Well, apparently not.
Forget about trying to rescue her. This is about survival now. Give her everything you've got.
Give her what we got. Give it a business. It has to be done this time, princess.
Though your nerves are seizing with pain, you know you've done your fair share of damage as well, your blade having left deep gashes in the princess's back. You seize a moment of hesitation to throw her off of you and shakily push yourself back to your knees. We can still turn this around.
Oh, we could give up, finish the job. We're definitely not running. Normally, I'm terrified of commitment, but this time, I'm all in.
You steel your resolve and take another step closer to the princess. You probably won't make it out of here alive, but you can still make sure that she won't make it out of here either. Excuse me? What's this about not making it out of here alive?
We're heroes, not cowards. This is what we do. We die for the greater good.
Do you think this is what I wanted to happen? I have a duty to state the facts of the situation, and honestly, it's a miracle anyone in this room is still standing right now. Don't act so surprised. Can you not feel those gashes and holes pulling you apart? If the princess doesn't do you in here, blood loss is certain to finish the job.
He's not wrong, hero.
You take another step
Oh my
forward,
god!
and the princess lunges towards you.
Quick, do like 300 when the kid points the spear. She'll land right on our dagger.
The two of you enter one last exchange, a flurry of blade and claw and fleshy ribbons. And then you stop. Neither you nor princess able to go any further.
You know, this is quite fitting. We die together.
You collapse on the ground, and the princess collapses beside you. blood pools around you both, and you watch each other fade away.
Ugh, those eyes. I'm so sorry.
After all this time alone, I thought I'd finally found a friend, but you were just another monster, weren't you?
Oh, my heart! The teeth and claws are nothing compared to that. Oh!
Silence as the room starts to get fuzzy around you. You've paid a terrible price, but you've saved us all. It's over.
It wasn't worth it.
If you think this is it, you're sorely mistaken. One way or another, I'll make sure you pay for this.
Rightfully so.
But you don't have time to worry over such things. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Thanks, narrator. Chapter 2. The Witch. You know, through that whole heated exchange, one thing ran through my mind constantly, and that hell hath no fury like a woman's scorn. So, I'm partly excited to see how this plays out.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. Don't worry, you can trust us to get the job done.
The opportunist, huh? I can see why we would have that now, since we kind of lured her into a false sense of security and had our go at her.
The interior of the cabin is a mess of twisted roots. The walls a chaotic weave of knotted wood that, almost as if by accident, just happened to resemble a room. The floor is damp and earthy, and the only furniture of note is a slab of mud in the shape of a shelf, with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
So, being that we are currently on a path where we attempted to kill the princess, I mean, we did kill her, but we chose violence. So, this is the continuation of violence, so we will enter the basement armed with the blade.
You take the blade from the shelf. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. Well, if we're grabbing a weapon, we should probably keep it hidden behind our backs. She doesn't have to know we have it.
Exactly.
That's not actually a bad idea. The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase dug into the muddy earth below. The ceiling is thick with roots that hang like locks of tangled hair. The weak starlight from the cabin windows behind you can barely penetrate the gloom here, only illuminating the edges of an opening below. It shines in the darkness like some kind of massive maw waiting to swallow you up into the earth. The air smells of dirt and copper. It's thick and wet, as if your lungs are being coated in mud with each intake of breath. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her voice skitters up from below.
Something nasty finds itself on my stairs. Come on down. Don't be scared. I probably won't bite.
I'm not nasty. Let's say nothing.
Silence, I see. Don't think I've forgotten about you. I recognize the sound of your nervous little footsteps as soon as they came into my home. I know who you are, and I remember what you've done.
Damn. No chance for reconciliation, huh?
She must have you confused with someone else.
Oh, sweet narrator. Sweet, innocent narrator.
She seems friendly enough. Maybe we can talk our way out of this whole situation.
Opportunist, more like optimist. Oh my god, We are in trouble here, friend.
You can't. Unless you slay her right away, she's going to break free and end the world. There's no reasoning with what she is. Look, I'm just throwing ideas out there. I like to think out loud. I'm the kind of guy who likes a discussion. Don't we want to hear what everyone has to say before making any big decisions? Do you want to hear what everyone has to say? Or do you just want to hear yourself talk?
Oh my god. You went straight for the throat.
You need to stop lingering. Your task is to slay the princess, not endlessly debate about what to do with the princess. Fine, fine. You're the boss. Thank you.
Oh.
You descend the basement steps, entering the dark room below. You can just make out the shape of the princess in the gloom. She's huddled against the far wall, her eyes bright and glaring from amid the thick roots.
She's more beast-like than before.
And there you are, one hand tucked away behind your back, gripping that sharp, sharp blade, no doubt.
It honestly, like, hurts my heart to be distrusted by this character for some reason.
That's no fair. How would she know that?
Well, my friend, we've been here before.
So, we've dropped the pretenses.
She's also not very witch-like. She's very, like, yeah, like a cat. She's even got the little, like, W face.
Good.
She's acting like the two of you already know each other. Oh, no. You've already been here, haven't you?
Yes, sir. But I did finish the job last time.
That's pretty sharp. How'd you figure that one out? Call it deductive reasoning. Well, you seem to be great at it.
Gentlemen, please, let's not fight each other. We have a literal monster in front of us that we need to deal with.
Do you remember us then? Do you remember last time? No, I don't. But you and the princess clearly have a shared reality, even if I'm not a part of it. I won't waste time fighting you on something that's clearly true. I'm just glad we could put all this behind us. Is it all behind us? Just focus on the task at hand. I don't care if you've been here before, and I don't care if you think you'll go somewhere else after this. My world is on the line right now, so I'd appreciate it if you would take this seriously and slay her.
Okay, so this is interesting. In the other routes we've taken, the additional voice we kind of received was kind of beneficial to us. And it was kind of like a hero, new voice, us kind of thing. But now we're all kind of fragmented, and the hero has the quietest voice of all in this run, so this is interesting.
Let's chat her up a bit first. Maybe we can find a middle ground where everyone's happy. Don't talk to her. You're just going to make things more difficult than they have to be.
Well, I seem to remember you having a tongue.
Damn. Oh, there's so many good dialogue options. Okay, so we're gonna try and explore this with some dialogue. I'm sorry about last time. I genuinely am.
Ooh, smart. Let's apologize. Get us back on the right foot.
Oh, you're sorry. Isn't that nice? You're such a gracious little monster. If you're sorry, then let me out of here. Prove it.
I get the sense that you're not happy with me.
Is that a joke? Do you think a joke will charm my trust back? You'll have to try harder than that.
Ooh, she's tempting me. She is tempting me. Maybe we can get her to see reason? Hey, we both died last time. Can't bygones be bygones?
You were the one who stabbed me in the back when I was still in chains. A dirty little thing like you doesn't get to decide when all is fair.
I had no choice, princess. I'm sorry. Okay, here we go. A good dialogue option that we can kind of turn the tables on her. So we're at an impasse. Neither of us are going to get anywhere if we can't trust each other. Unless you want to fight, but I don't want to fight.
Just because I'll never trust you doesn't mean I won't use you to get what I want.
Well, you know what? There we have it. The cards are on the table.
The cabin lets prying little beasts like you come as you please, but it insists I stay where I am.
Okay, we're getting a little heart to heart here. She's telling us how she feels.
If I'm to leave, I'm to leave with you, and you alone.
So no matter what, she's gonna stab us in the back, right? Kind of like symbolically, like we unfortunately had to stab her in the back. And you know what? Let's be honest with her. Why do I have a nagging feeling you're going to stab me in the back if I help you out of here?
And why would I do such a thing? Is someone's guilty conscience getting to them? But I wouldn't worry. As much as I may hate you, letting you live is in my best interests. If you get me out of here, the only thing that will be dead and buried is the bad blood between us.
Oh, that nagging feeling you mentioned is me, by the way. I'm actually a little anxious about a potential backstabbing event.
You're not alone there, new friend.
She needs us to get out of here. We'll be fine if that's what we decide to do.
What does that mean?
You won't be fine because destruction is in her nature. If she gets out of here, that's it for the world, remember?
Ah. World schmurled. What matters right here, right now, is me and the princess.
Even if that's true, that doesn't automatically mean she's gonna stab us in the back.
I don't know about that one, Hero.
I think that depends on your definition of words like stab and in the back. She might not literally do that, but she could very well symbolically do the same thing.
My thoughts exactly, yeah.
See? He gets it. There's nothing wrong with looking out for number one.
Ooh, the opportunist is a little slimy, but you can't disagree with him there. So we could go all in, go gung-ho, and fight it out with this monster who is very well prepared for us, which we barely got even with her when we had the element of surprise. So I don't think this would go well for us. This is currently how I feel. I don't trust you, not enough to free you, and definitely not enough to get close to you. I'm leaving. Bye. And this is kind of what I want to do, but obviously this would play into my demise because I'm giving her the blade when she visibly wants to kill me. But you know what? Like, you know what? This is the right option, right? I don't trust you, not enough to free you. And then we leave. She'll probably gnaw her arm off and come after us and kill us. So what I'm gonna do is this one. Sure, I'm giving up my only form of defense, but maybe she's honestly just hurt because we did betray her, and we might get a little further. I think she's still gonna backstab us and kill us, but we might get further with this option than we do with this one. So here we go. I don't want to hurt you, but clearly there's some broken trust. Here, take the knife as a gesture of my goodwill.
You can't be serious.
Narrator, let me cook. I'm cooking right now.
Now, hold on. We should put this to a vote. The blade is one of our most valuable assets. We can't just give it to her. What if she uses it to kill us? I vote no.
Opportunists, we're kind of dead either way. I mean, look at her.
As do I. Abstain? You abstain. She's going to kill us if we give it to her.
I mean, this is difficult. This isn't a democracy. We're giving her the blade.
You're going to get everyone killed. You know that, right? But of course you do.
She is my darling. She is...
You toss the blade at the princess's feet.
I'm sorry, princess. Truly, I didn't mean to. But I was forced. My hand was forced.
She eyes it with suspicion before kneeling down to pick it up.
I wouldn't have done that. Why did you?
Because I'm sorry.
You hear a clanging of metal against the dirt floor, and the chains fall from the princess's wrist.
All right, here I was cooking. Now I'm done. Let's see if it paid off.
She could have gotten out of those the whole time. That sneaky little... A woman after my own heart. It's a shame we just gave her a weapon, because if I were her, I'd use it on us right now. Luckily for us, you're not her. Oh, we sure think alike, though. I can promise you that. Whatever you say next, you better make it count.
All right. Call me Chef Ramsay, because I'm in the kitchen and I'm cooking.
She creeps forward, taking one cautious step at a time until you and she are face to face.
Do what you must, princess. But I truly am sorry.
What do you think happens now?
You'll probably kill me. And or you'll carry me upstairs in your big strong arms and then kill me as we walk out the door. So I am currently torn between these two options. 1 and 2. We're both scared. She's definitely not scared. She has all the power here, but we're both hurting. If one of us doesn't make a change, we'll probably kill each other forever. Do you want that? I don't. We can be better than this. Or, that's up to you. It's why I gave you the blade. I chose last time and I regret it. So now it's your time to choose. There we go. I'm cooking. A little bit of salt and pepper on that. This is my option.
Her shoulders tense and her eyes dart away.
This is another trick. You're trying to sow doubt, but it's not going to work on me.
I'm not. I am wearing my heart on my sleeve this time, princess.
There is a blade in your heart.
My heart! No!
What? No, come on, that's not right.
Come on, hero. We all saw that coming.
I told you. This is what she was going to do. Glee dances across her face as you fall to the ground.
Let's call it even, princess.
I did it. I got you. You...
The princess seems to tremble, her smile fading quickly, replaced with concern. Her nervous eyes brim with tears.
This game! My heart! Oh! I truly regret what I've done, princess, and I hope you don't regret this.
Why? Why did you let me do this?
I'm dying. I can't elaborate.
But you don't have the strength to respond, nor do you have the time. Everything goes dark, and you die. You're on a path in the woods. She stabbed us. She actually stabbed us.
Voice of the cheated. Let's be fair. We took a gamble, and it didn't pay off. I say we took a gamble. We knew exactly what we were walking into. I'm going to be 100% honest.
Of course she stabbed us. We gave her the blade, which, I might add, I voted against.
Look at this. We have more people in our head. How wonderful. More friends.
But the whole point was that she wasn't supposed to do that. The whole point of giving her the blade was to break the cycle of violence, and she just killed us anyway.
Oh, my friend. The cheated. An eye for an eye cannot take place here. We have to move on.
I guess it really doesn't matter if she killed us, though, right? We're back here, which means that everything's fine, or fine adjacent.
True.
Maybe she won't be as keen to betray us this time. We've already proven to her that we can change. Maybe that's all it'll take to show her that there's another way to do things. You know, maybe you're right. In which case, I suppose the only thing to do is to get back to the cabin and give it another try.
Yeah.
Give what another try, exactly? You are aware I've been listening to you, right?
Narrator, please. Me and the boys are having a discussion.
Like that changes anything. We all know the game is rigged. It doesn't even matter if she's nice this time. I'm sure he'll find a way to turn us against each other. Great. So you've obviously been here before, since you apparently died at least once. Twice, actually.
We've died a lot more than that, actually.
Sure. Twice. then I'll spare you the little introduction I had planned. You already know about the princess, and clearly you already know that she's dangerous. So don't muck this up. It's bad enough that this isn't your first time through.
To be fair, she's only dangerous because we were dangerous first.
It isn't long before you find yourself at the base of the cabin. I think it's clear where everyone stands at this point.
I'm loving how this scenery has changed. I honestly have no idea what's in store for us this time in the cabin.
I don't know if I'd say everyone. You talking about me? I have a position. It's a good one, too. Ignore him, he's just talking for talking's sake. My position is the only one that matters. The princess is a threat to you. She's a threat to me, and most importantly, she's a threat to the world. You know what you have to do.
I will do what is best for me and for my beloved. Man, that's so cringe.
The interior of the cabin is hardly an interior at all.
Yo, this is huge.
Burned out ruins merely suggest the shape of the structure that once stood here. Charred wood still reeking of ash.
Oh, what happened to my
Beneath it
princess?
lies the fresh smell of spring growth after rain. The promise of new life in the wreckage of the old.
Oh, my heart!
The only furniture of note is the crisp shell of what was once a table. A pristine... Wait, this isn't right. There's supposed to be a pristine blade. Why isn't there a pristine blade? We gave it to her last time. She can't still have it.
Out of the way, mirror. I have to see my princess.
Well, it's not here. And if she has it... Let me guess. You want to get all chummy with her. Look, as far as I see it, if it's between him and her, I say we side with the one who has the weapon. It's just the smart thing to do.
The opportunist is such a little rat, and I love it.
I wouldn't be so hasty. I'm sure the blade will turn up somewhere. She can't have it. That's not how this is supposed to work. Of course we don't get to make a choice about the blade. Every single time we come back here, something has to be different. You step forward and approach the scorched entryway leading to the basement, hesitating before you begin the descent. Might as well take a look while we can. There's nothing else to do here now that the knife has been taken from us. You reach forward and wave your hand through the hollow entrance leading to the basement.
That's crazy.
What are you doing?
That is crazy.
Figures. Well, seems like the only way to go is forward, isn't it? Yes, that's where everything tends to be. Let's just put on a good face and have our wits about us. You step through the frame of scorched wood and make your way into the darkness below. The stairs to the basement are covered in a fine layer of gritty ash. The air still feels warm, as if the fires that ruined this place had only recently been extinguished. Yet fresh shoots of thorny branches are already weaving themselves through the soot-covered earth of the walls around you. Their spines point courteously down towards the basement, so you're able to brush past their jagged points with ease. At least on the way down. But you don't need to think about the way back up just yet. That's a matter for after the world's been saved. I'd say this feels like a trap, but you practically said as much. Yet you still want us to keep going. They're only thorns. I'd say getting a few scratches in exchange for the lives of everyone in existence is a fair trade. I'm sure you'll manage.
On top of that, we're like covered in scales and feathers, so we'll be alright.
Her voice, worn down by pain and suspicion, hobbles up the stairs.
Ugh, my sweet princess.
I can't get away from you, can I? We kill each other and you come back. You let me kill you and you come back. I don't know why you let me do that. I don't know what you want from me.
I want to free you. I mean it.
I think you know how this goes. I'm down here and I can't leave. So come down and talk. It's not like I can stop you.
Ugh.
You continue down the basement stairs, brushing past the smooth edges of thorns that grow more and more plentiful as you make your way forward. You step out into what was once a vast open cavern, now overrun by briars and prickles and thistles, the space thick with hostile vegetation. At the heart of it all, encased in a tight weave of vines, is the princess, her bloody, trembling hands clutching a pristine blade.
Did you know this was going to happen to me? Are you here to watch me suffer? Are you here to laugh?
I would never. Oh, these dialogue options are just so good, man. Like, we could be petty. We could side with the cheated guy. We could be cold. Like, you're in a prison of your own making. I broke our cycle of violence. If you still want to wallow in it, be my guest. Turn and leave. Oh, this dialogue. It's so human. It's so good. These are my two options to choose from, though. I'm not here to laugh. I'm here to free you, if you'll let me. Or I can cut you free, but you'll have to give me the blade. Now, both of these are good. But this is the better option because she's like a scale right now. She doesn't know where her trust lies. So if we immediately come in asking for the blade, she might say no or get defensive. So here, we put the power in her hands and let her make the decision.
I want to trust you.
Her grip tightens on the blade.
But you're hiding something, aren't you? Why would you help me if you weren't helping yourself?
That is a very honest human opinion to have. You're not the only one who yearns for freedom. I'm as trapped as you are. I think we need to leave together.
The princess clutches the blade closer to her chest.
That sounds nice. I'm so tired of the bad blood between us. But it's hard to let it go. You've hurt me.
I understand.
Her eyes dart away from yours for a brief moment.
And I've also hurt you.
To be fair, you kind of demolished me, but yeah. Moving on, though. You know, it's just kind of occurred to me, I love how none of the other voices are chirping up while I'm kind of having this exchange with the princess. Can I take the blade now?
Her eyes briefly meet yours, then dart back to the floor. She hangs her head in resignation.
Okay.
You reach towards her bloodied hands, laying your palm on her trembling fingers. For a moment, she clutches it even tighter, her knuckles going white with the effort. But then the tension fades. Her grip finally loosens and she allows you to take the weapon.
Oh, look at those eyes. She's looking at me like if she's like, okay, I've given you the blade, now kill me. And that hurts.
You carefully pull it free from the thorns, though they scrape at your skin, leaving red trickles of fresh blood all along your arms.
I'll be damned. She really gave it to us.
Oi, Gov, she gave it to us.
It feels like it's been so long since we've held real power in our hands. I wonder what we should do with it. We free her, obviously. It's the right thing to do.
I think you're right. She's as much a victim in all of this as we've been. Besides, it would really stick it to him to free her.
I love how the cheated is more pissed off at the narrator than the princess.
Or, hear me out. We slay her. Right here, right now. She's never been so helpless, and if we don't take advantage of that, we may never get another chance.
Never. I wouldn't dream of it. Unless this bastard narrator forces me to. But that would be too cold.
That sounds like a splendid idea. You should listen to him.
No.
We've all said our piece. Now it's time to make our move. It's 2 against 1.
It's 2 against 2.
You don't count.
And why shouldn't he count?
Because he's clearly not one of us.
This also isn't a democracy. I'll remind everybody.
That doesn't matter. He's been with us the whole time. He should get a say.
So, did you mean it? Or was I a fool to hand my life to you?
Of course, we're gonna cut her free.
Yes, what a good idea. Let's cut her free. Oh, so you're suddenly team free her. You can't just switch sides as soon as we make a decision.
Is he genuinely on our side because we have the weapon, aka the power?
I can do whatever I want, and I believe with my whole heart that this is the right course of action. Let's free this princess.
Interesting.
Even if he'll stick a knife in our back as soon as he has the opportunity, it's still better to have him nominally on our side. At least that gets him to shut up for a while.
Ooh.
See? We're all friends here, united in our actions and intentions.
What a little rat.
Yeah, united. But the other one has a point. If it keeps you quiet, sure, we're all friends. Take the blade to the thorny vines imprisoning the princess, and she flinches, relaxing only slightly as the blade slices into the thick vegetation rather than her arm. And she flinches again as the last of the vines is cut away, as if, after all of that, she's still expecting you to turn on her and stab her in the heart. But you're not going to do that, are you? Still, all it would take is a single slip of the blade.
Damn you, narrator, not again. Like, now is where I would give her the blade once she's free.
Is that really all you've got? Threatening us with an accidental misstep? I expected more from you. Our blade didn't even waver when he said that. Yeah, you're right. He's a bit of a nobody, isn't he? Good thing I've been on your side of all this since the beginning.
You little rat.
The princess falls into your arms, tears streaking down her cheeks. I can't believe you're making me describe this. I hate you.
Oh, come on, narrator. You know you love it.
You actually meant it. You rescued me.
We're not out of this yet, princess. I just really hate the people who put us here. Of course I did.
She smiles, her hand slipping into yours, and the two of you rush to the basement stairs. Shameful, really, that the same thorns that so graciously allowed you downstairs are now blocking your only way out. You're getting desperate, aren't you? Even more proof that you can't actually do anything to stop us. We cut through those other vines just fine. They're only thorns. I'm not afraid of getting a few scrapes. I'm not even sure we need to do any cutting. We can just move them out of the way. What a pathetic showing, really.
A few pointy sticks can't keep us down here. We're both meant for so much more than this.
Why would they give me this option? Cut into the thorns or step into the thorns? I wonder if it's to decide, like, do we side with the cheated or like what the opportunist and just like try and cut into them? Or do we kind of just go with the princess and let the thorns kind of cut away at us for all of our past decisions? Ooh, that sounds nice and poetic. I'm going to go with that one.
As you step into the thorns covering the basement stairs, they yield.
Let's go, baby!
Both you and the princess ascend the stairs without obstacle. This is unacceptable. The second you step out of this cabin with her, the world ends. Do you hear me? What did the world ever do to you to deserve this?
Admire the stars, my darling. We're almost out.
It feels so good to hear you say that you're admitting you've lost.
Let's go.
Bested you at your own game at last.
Get him, cheated.
I don't
Get him.
care what happens now. That's all I've wanted.
There, get his ass.
You and the princess hesitate at the cabin door. This is your last chance. We've already made our decision.
We're finally leaving here together, aren't we? And all we had to do was trust each other. It wasn't easy, but I'm glad we finally could.
I'm glad as well.
Hands clasped, the two of you open the door and step out into a new day. You irredeemable murderers.
Oh, I was like, what? Who did we murder? But he was talking about the world. I don't care about that.
What do we do now?
Man, I wish I knew.
Where's everything going? Why is it so cold?
Oh, my darling princess, no.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
It's over, my friend. This part of our story is done. It's gonna be okay. Just trust me. We've been here before, and you always get scared. You little rascal.
But it feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything. It's going to do something to us. I can feel it. If they think it's bad, I'm with them.
I'll see you on the other side, boys. It's gonna be okay.
Okay. If you say so, we'll trust you. So, this is all going to work out?
I think so.
Finally. We're going places.
You approach the mirror. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. You've withered. I'm still a monster, however. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. It's such like a simple drawing, but my heart feels so much just from looking at this. You're at the cabin.
I am a growing chorus of contradiction, a mass of tides ebbing and flowing all at once in more directions than my attention can bear to hold. To look at any one is to shift them all into something new, and to look away is to reshape them yet again. All of me is changing, and yet the rest of me is still the same.
It doesn't matter how many times I go back. At least one of us always hurts the other. Doesn't that change you? Doesn't that make you worse?
It changes me, but it doesn't make me worse, nor does it make me care for you any less. Does it make you worse? Do you resent me?
No, not really. It all seems so distant as soon as I'm near you.
It does seem small from here, and the more we journey, the smaller each of those steps will be. But that doesn't make any of them less special.
What do you think of this vessel?
This one yearns for connection she feels she doesn't deserve. Even when shown compassion, she hid herself away. She will make for a cautious heart. Do not mourn her. She isn't alone anymore.
Do you know what happens to the worlds we leave behind?
My perspectives are shadowed. You have seen what I have seen, just as I have seen what you have seen. The angles of my vantage do not offer me hidden truths, and my attention is turned inward, except when you are here with me. Perhaps this will change when our work is done.
Have you figured out what you'll want when we've finished?
The desires of my multitude thrive in endless competition with themselves, but none of them rise above their dance to influence me. I yearn for what I have always yearned for, our awakening. Other desires shrink in the light of knowing you and knowing me.
I'm ready to go back.
I will be here when it is time for us to meet again.
Everything goes dark, and you die. Ugh, this game, it's so beautiful. I love a game that will make you like, that'll make you feel something, that have a connection with the characters, with the world. It's so good. However, despite all the pain and the joy in my heart from playing this game, that is the end of this part. We will hopefully be continuing for some good storylines next time. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this little branch of the story. And I do hope you're taking care, you're staying safe, and hopefully I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.